We just saw how Shayna, an incredible half-wolf, half-German shepherd, was able to dig a tunnel and guide elderly couple Eve and Norman Fertig to safety. Next, we look at the story of Tia Jenkins and her cat, Samantha. Tia Jenkins lives in Louisville, along with her boyfriend, Jason Bradley. Tia's disabilities make it difficult for her to live a normal life.
I have a medical condition called pseudotumor cerebri, which is equivalency of shaken baby syndrome.
Tia suffers from epileptic seizures, as well as coping with bouts of depression and very limited vision.
I have no peripheral vision at all, and I basically see clearly the big E on the eye chart. So technically, I'm legally blind.
Despite her condition, Tia manages to take care of her turtle, Shelly, and her cat, Samantha.
Shelly has always been, since I've had Samantha, her best friend. I can let Shelly run on the floor. Samantha will turn around and babysit her. Kind of like this, big sister type attitude.
Tia remembers inheriting Samantha from an angry neighbor.
My intentions was I was going to find her a home. And she wormed her little way into my heart.
Cats have a very different sort of social mentality or approach than dogs. They will respond to social validation and praise and whatnot, but they don't have that same sort of pack dynamic that dogs will. They tend, though, to make a stronger bond with perhaps an individual as opposed to an entire family unit.
Samantha has become more than just a pet to Tia. She's become a certified service animal for her ability to alert Tia to oncoming seizures and ease her bouts with depression. Debbie McGrath is the executive director of the Epilepsy Foundation of Kentuckiana.
Tia has a sight impairment, and so she needs as much help as she possibly can get. Many individuals don't have an aura or a warning that the seizure is going to happen. For those individuals that do, they know then that they need to get themselves in a safe place. But for those that don't, like Tia, then she had no warning prior to getting Samantha. And now she has Samantha, and Samantha's alerting her. This is crucial. This is critical.
Samantha will go to the window, and in the window there's an alarm. Well, she'll hit it, and it will call for EMS for me. To where they know, hey, look, there's a service animal that has triggered this. If I don't respond, then they'll dispatch EMS.
This is a unique story in that cats are not generally used as service animals. They are less trainable and less predictable than their canine counterparts. But in this case, it's clear that Tia relies on Samantha for help. When Samantha alerts Tia to oncoming seizures, she's responding to biochemical and behavioral changes she observes in Tia.
It was in the early evening. It was a couple of boneless pork chops on the George Foreman grill, and basically my stove was bad where we could not use it. We called it cross-wired. We had reported it to the landlord.
Tia exits the kitchen, but what she doesn't know is that the stove's faulty wiring has caused an element to turn on. As she works on her computer with Shelly and Samantha close by, Tia has no idea about the situation in the kitchen, a situation that could turn deadly.
Well, I turn around and I'm watching that. All of a sudden, I heard the sickest sounding meow. And it was like you knew something was wrong. And I looked over, and Samantha's at the kitchen door crying. And I'm like, what the heck? What's going on?
With Tia's vision problems, she can only make out an orange glow coming from the stove.
The stove apparently had came on and ignited the George Foreman grill, which was on the top of the stove. Samantha was trying to draw my attention to it by letting me know, hey, something's wrong.
Panic sets in as the kitchen burns. Samantha aids Tia in locating the fire extinguisher.
And I grabbed it, popped the pin, and hit it, hit the fire. And all the smoke from the fire just came rushing back at me. I was terrified. I thought I was toast. I thought I was gonna be meeting the good Lord upstairs. You know, I'm sitting here disoriented, trying to feel my way around, probably tripping over everything I know of.
Struggling to get out of her apartment, Tia follows the sound of Samantha's cries and is amazed to find that they have led her to Shelley's tank.
It was kind of this, if she don't go, we don't go mentality. So she had to get everybody out.
This is the apartment we lived in. This is the door that she would have had to come out to get out of the building. They come up this hallway to get and you can see how narrow it is. So with you can imagine with the smoke coming out here, it made it very hard for her to go down that way with these steps here and had to navigate around that.
The animals acted in a way that was in keeping with their biology. In times of stress, go to places of safety. It just so happens that, fortunately, in this case, Tia was able to hear Samantha and followed. Her actions did bring Tia over to the carrier. It did take her away from the disorienting smoke and fire, and therefore allowed Tia to make some good decisions that saved not only herself, but also her two pets.
Samantha's always been a very extraordinary kitty. You know, with me being depressed, she's always pulled me out of it. With seizures, she's always been there. But, you know, with this, it went above and beyond. You know, guess without her, I wouldn't be here. You know, and she is my angel kitty.
Just having that ability to alert your owner about a seizure happening, but also in a dangerous situation such as that, was critical. Otherwise, there is a good chance that Tia would not be here today if it weren't for Samantha.
I love her, you know, and it's just amazing that she has done so much. I just can't believe it.
Eve and Norman Furtick and Tia Jenkins have their pets to thank for saving their lives. Shayna's natural instincts to get to safety allowed her to tunnel under the fallen trees. But it's the bond she established with Eve and Norman that made sure she took them with her. In the case of Tia Dawn, her cat Samantha, having sensed danger, was able to alert Tia to the fire and guide her and her turtle Shelley to safety.